Hi everybody, this is London seasonal couple, Madam Diane and Mr. Patrick. I know you haven't seen us for a while on our channel, but we're busy working. We work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So remember people, you need to share, comment and subscribe. So what we're going to talk about tonight, Mr.
Well,
Patrick?
you know what we are. We
Mm-hmm.
talk about things that concern
Uh-huh.
seasonal people like us.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things trending at the moment
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
we keep running into a lot of, because of where we live, we keep running into a lot of
Mm-hmm.
all sorts of religion.
Oh God, yes, yes.
And then
Mm-hmm.
we were all brought up religiously. I mean, I
Yeah.
was brought up as a Catholic, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really practicing Catholic now.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to fill a form, I'll put on Catholic,
Catholic.
if you see what I mean.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but your head keeps spinning about this,
Yeah.
and then you
Mm-hmm.
wonder. There
Mm.
are how many do we know? How many religions we know?
Yeah, you have Muslim.
You have Islam,
You got the
and you
Rastafarians.
got Sarasvatian, you
Mm-hmm.
got Buddhism,
You got Jehovah
you got
Witness.
God Witness is part of Christianity.
Yeah, well.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
well,
Mm-hmm.
that's the other thing. All
Mm-hmm.
of these religions, they're
Mm-hmm.
all divided into sects,
Yes.
like
Mm-hmm.
in Christianity, for
Mm-hmm.
instance. There are, I don't know, thousands of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of
All of
them.
them believe in the right
The
way,
right
the right
one.
way to heaven. You get me?
Yes.
And the same thing happens to Islam. They are
Mm-hmm.
also divided in
Mm-hmm.
sects,
Mm-hmm.
and Buddhism, and all of them are divided in
Mm-hmm.
sects.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's the argument right
Uh-huh.
now. I mean,
Mm. Because I grew up in church as well. It's Islam like Church of England or something. That's Christianity.
mhm.
But I start to move away from it maybe about say 15 years ago. And the reason is I realized that church is not like what it used to be. So it kind of put me off nowadays, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, it's not like when I was younger. It's to me that's my opinion. I think it's a money making thing now.
Yeah,
So yes, to me that's what it was.
it
So it
has
put me
always
off.
been the
Yeah,
case.
but
The,
it's so come to light now. It's really really bad.
yes,
Mhm.
but it has always been the case. I'll give you an
Mhm.
example, for instance.
Uh huh.
If it wasn't the fact that the Catholic Church, for
Uh
instance,
huh. Uh
they
huh.
realized how to make money out of it,
Mhm.
I don't think they would have brought it to Africa. That is the truth.
Why?
If I remember my grandparents, and I
Mhm.
remember when you go to church in the village in those days, and you see people
Mhm.
collect all the collections.
Mm.
Do you know they siphon this collection to Rome?
They send it to Rome.
Yes,
Yeah, because that's it where the Catholic Church
all the
is
Catholic
a.
priests, all of them,
Mhm.
all the collection is
Mhm.
siphoned to Rome.
So what happened now from Nigeria? They're
They
not
are
sending
still
the.
sending the damn money to Rome, and
Well.
if you don't, they excommunicate you. I
So
didn't
you
know.
think any church back home they
Yes,
excommunicate them?
yeah, yeah, not the church as per se,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're a Catholic priest and you don't send the money, they excommunicate you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay.
So
Mm.
I mean, if it wasn't, I mean, can you imagine? Can you
Mm-hmm.
imagine, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
a white man risking his life to come and preach about
Mm-hmm.
wanting you to come to heaven? If it was real, really, you get me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But
If it
some people
wasn't,
think
if it
it's
wasn't your
really.
money, if it wasn't the money, then
Uh-huh.
I don't think they would bother to come there to save your life. I mean, remember, in those days, there are part of them that were taking slaves,
Mm-hmm.
hacking them off,
And still
treating
preaching
them like
about God
animals,
and still preaching
and
about
in
me
one
could see
hand
you.
collecting money from you
Mm-hmm.
via religion.
I know.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
the point about it is, I mean, if you want, we can concentrate on just Christianity, for
Mm-hmm.
instance.
Mm-hmm.
So Christianity is divided into, I don't know, 1,000 sects.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them believe the reason they divide, if you ask any of the pastors,
Mm-hmm.
it's not because of money.
So
We
what
know
is
we know it's money,
is it their belief?
but yes, that's what they preach.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
they come off. They
Mm-hmm.
come off. I mean, we know about. It started with them. What's his name again? Prince Henry the Eighth,
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
created Church of England.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we know the story. The Pope refused him a divorce, so
He just
he gave the Pope the two fingers,
and he created
and
his
then he
own.
created his own Church of England, and
Mm-hmm.
then they start killing Catholics in this country, in England, and the war is still on.
Mm-hmm.
You get me?
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while,
Mm-hmm.
all these Pentecostals, oh my, there's money in
Oh
this,
God,
there's money
yeah.
in this,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody started creating their own
Mm-hmm.
churches.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You get me? On
Mm-hmm.
the guys that
Mm-hmm.
God, I was called by God.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start preaching you and telling you what is wrong with the other church.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And said their church is good and
So
everything. Yeah.
every sect, you have 1,000 sects of
Mm-hmm.
Christianity, and all of them believe they are the right church.
Church. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So which means
Mm-hmm.
the rest of us
Mm-hmm.
who is not in that sect,
Mm-hmm.
we are going to hell, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Because as you know,
Hmm?
every walks of the UK walk people is
Mm.
inviting you to their church.
Yeah.
And my belief is why should they recruit people to come to the church? If you want to
They
go, you
recruit
can
you.
go.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a few weeks ago I was walking and somebody called me and gave me a leave. And I said, thank you. They said, oh, can I talk to you? And blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, I'm listening. So
Mm.
I say to them, why would you want to recruit me to come to your church? If I want to come to church, I would come.
Mm.
Why would you want to recruit me to come to church? And I say to them, like, I'm not going to give the pastor, I'm not going to give somebody, the pastor, my money.
You're not giving it to the pastor, you're giving it to God.
No. Have
Hmm?
you seen some of these pastors? They
Hmm?
have the driving car that I only dream of driving.
Are you jealous, or you
And they
you
don't
don't want to give
work
God?
for it. No, they're not going to get my money.
Okay.
No, no way.
Well,
Mm-mm.
when it
They must
comes,
go and work because the church not going to open 24/7. They need to go do a 9 to 5 job and go and work.
why would they work if you're getting loads of money?
Yeah, well, let him
That
be.
is work, you know. The
He's not
work,
going to get mine. I can pray for myself.
but that is the work of God,
I'm not going
isn't
to.
it?
No,
No.
they're not going to get a penny from me.
Yeah,
No
yeah. Just
way.
to come back to it, I mean, the pastors, they know what they're doing. They don't. They're not.
Of course.
They are
Of
not
course, you know.
Christians. None of them. There is
But
no
why does
pastor.
people so dedicated going every Sunday or Saturday and good God, don't they realize that these people are taking their money?
I mean, they don't force you. You give it to them, don't you?
Oh my good
You
Lord.
get me? They don't force you. That's what I'm saying about the Catholic Church, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm telling you, if they never found a way
Mm-hmm.
to commercialize church about the money,
Mm-hmm.
it will not reach Africa. They will not come there. I mean, like I said to you, you know what they used to do to black people.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? And even here, when they bring the black people here, the church is here, the church is in Rome,
Mm-hmm.
and in front of the Pope.
Mm-hmm.
The Pope used to have a slave.
And they're preaching
Huh?
good words.
All these things. I mean, forget that. But I mean, I don't really want to go into the history of it. When you read about it, you will not go. You stop.
You stop going to church.
So,
So why do
so
why do you stop going then?
I haven't stopped until I don't go like
Mm-hmm.
every Sunday. You get
Mm-hmm.
me? I can't remember the last time. If there is a ceremony going, I will go there and I pray.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
But do
not.
you need to go to the church to pray?
There,
Can't you pray for
I can pray
yourself?
myself. Yes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't condemn church outright.
Mm-hmm.
You got me. There are some morality there. There are some moral
The what put
teaching
me
and
off with
stuff.
church is
But
it's greed.
it's the greed,
That's what put me
and
off with church. It's with greed.
it's
It's
the greed.
because and then when they preach, you don't know if they're real or whatever.
Mm,
It put me off. It put me because I remember telling that I was going to a church and then you know what I mean. The church just started, and then the pastor is from Ghana,
mm,
and he was nice and everything. Everybody liked him, and then one
mm,
Saturday we went, and then what happened is he gets serious and everything. And then he took out this bucket and he put it down in front of the altar and he said he do not want nothing with pound coins in it. He said he must start from £10. And if you don't put and everybody need to put £50 today
mm.
for Thanksgiving and for Thanksgiving, or he will name and shame everybody in the church.
That's a brave one, man.
And I just, he saw, both of us, I make four. He can see me like I look at him. And I want to say, you know what I say him to him? But look at this motherfucker. I'm just saying to myself, I'm sorry, but you know what I mean? How can you gonna tell people that you must give £50
Mm.
if I'm going to name and shame you?
Yeah,
Everybody in the
that's
church
the
and
whole.
everything. I just turn around, take my bag, and I go, and I didn't go back
You never
there.
went back there.
And then I try another one again. And then when you go, you see flashing light, big lights come up, like, you know what I mean? And then after when they start to preach now, and then when they finish now, they gave 10 different envelopes,
Mm.
and they're all different color codes.
Yeah.
And they said this one is for the church building fund. This one is for the printer for the office to keep everything.
Mm.
This one is for that. This one. And I say to myself, no, these people go and work.
They do this. That is work.
No, that's not work for
Do
me.
you know
I
how
work
much
like
them? Do you know how
no.
much they make? What do you
No,
mean?
no, I'm not doing it. No,
That
I'm
is
not
work.
doing it. No,
Hmm?
work. I can pray for myself, and
Work is
God
where you
hear
make
me.
money.
No,
Work, isn't it? You go to
God,
work.
no, God listen to me just like how
Mm.
they go in the church and they pray for. I responsible for my sin. I pray for me.
Good.
Yeah, you know what I
So
mean? No, I'm
the
not gonna
the
go there
the,
and
the
then issue out and all of things. No, you go there. I remember one time there was a lady I know when
mm,
she said she was going to this church, and she's in England here,
mm.
and she said what happened is they chain up the doors and they chain up the door when it's time for collection. They chain up the doors.
Mhm.
Suppose there was a fire. How can you bullying people to put money to give them money?
Well, I can
Ah,
understand. I mean, let us not restrict ourselves to just what the Pentecostals do.
mm,
I mean, everybody knows about them. So
mm,
I don't really blame
mm,
people, the pastors themselves, because they are good
mhm,
business people.
mhm,
You get me? I'm just trying to say our topic today is just about religion.
mhm,
If all of them are correct and the rest are wrong,
mhm,
can you see the probability here?
mhm,
So, as far as the Christians are concerned,
mhm,
Muslims, Jews,
mhm,
every other person
mhm,
are going to hell.
mhm,
Yeah,
mhm,
including the rest of the Christianity,
mhm.
Christians who do not belong to your own church.
Yeah, you're good, or you're a bad person.
Yes,
Basically, you're a sinner.
you are going to hell because they
Yeah,
are the right one.
yeah.
You
Mhm,
understand?
mhm,
So
mhm,
you look at it and then you question what is going on here.
mhm,
So I was going to say to you, if you don't want those pastors harassing you, you can come to Catholic.
mhm,
But Catholic it's only 1 hour church. But the
mhm,
problem with Catholic here is
mhm,
that
mhm.
you hardly the Catholic here. You can't make a friend there. You
Mm-mm.
come there serious and you leave serious.
It's like they have a chip on their
I
shoulder
am
or
telling you,
something. You can remember when both of us went to, and people just didn't even acknowledge no one.
no.
And then now the lady just come around and put the thing in your face for you to drop your coin, and
Mm,
that's it. And I
yeah,
said to myself, Jesus, you know what I
yeah.
mean, and everything. And I'm saying, mm-mm. But the
So
one thing I do not like, one of it I do not like when somebody force their Christianity on you. That really get me mad. I do not like it. Fair enough. If you love go to church, you love that's fine. That's fine. Nothing no wrong
mhm,
with that. But
mhm,
do not force it on me. That
mm,
irritates me.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Don't
no,
force it on me. I do
nobody
not
can
like it.
compel you. I mean, if that
Mm-mm.
is, yeah,
Mm-mm. I don't like it. It really irritates my body. Don't do that.
they can argue they're trying to save your
Mm-mm,
soul.
they can't save my soul. I'm
They
responsible
can
for my
save your
soul.
soul.
Oh, you know that this your soul. You're gonna want to save mine. Oh, you know that your soul
Mm.
is good. There you go.
Because
Mm,
don't forget the church that he wants
mm,
to convert you into
mm,
is the real deal.
You know,
You
most
get me?
of the people that I know
Yeah.
that go to church,
Mm.
they're not nice people.
Let us not talk about that then. Jesus. That's where the devil lives. In the church.
In the
Do you know? That's the house of the devil.
oh
Forget about all these things.
God, yeah.
Mm. It's true. You can laugh. That's where the
You
devil
hear
is.
that, people? He said the devil in the
So
church.
yeah. So and all these doctrines, I mean, for instance, you know the Catholic won't let you teach.
Mm-hmm.
They won't let you teach Bible. You can't
Mm-hmm.
touch it. They will not. We tried in those days to see if we can have like kids, children,
Mm-hmm.
Bible studies, and they refused.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go through the prescribed catechism.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason for it, because they don't want you to open your eyes.
Okay.
So the only people that can teach it are the priests, the Catholic priests that they trained to toe their lines.
Okay.
You get me? So, and then you say, okay, if all these, I mean, Islam and Catholic and Christianity, there's not too much difference, You know, the Quran itself is almost 90% Bible and a little bit of Muhammad. So, all this, everything behind this is the religious book, like you have the Bible, for instance. Yeah. I think we just need to talk about the Bible, because the Bible, sometimes when you read it, if you've read the Bible like me, if you don't have fear, if you read it with love, if you believe God, like I believe there is God, and I believe God is love. You get me? And I believe God is is it omniscient? Or I always call it omnificent, but I later discovered it's omniscient. He knows tomorrow. He knows you. He knows you before you came here, and he knows where you are going.
Yeah.
And when you read the Bible from Genesis,
The Revelation.
with that love, all of a sudden you begin to see other things. You get me? Begin to see why they don't want you to read it.
Because it
So
teach you.
I think we should reserve and talk about the Bible some other time instead of coming into it today. I think we said enough. We don't want to upset religious people. Don't get me wrong.
We're not
Like I said,
upsetting no religious,
it's not
but we
designed.
still have to have an opinion.
Yes.
And that's what our opinions
yes,
are, you know what I mean? So it's nothing to do with Christian, because I grew up in church, but because of how the church is going nowadays, I can't go there anymore, because it's not about like going to church and listen to the word of God and everything. It's totally different now. It's nothing about church. It's, to me, that's my opinion, it's greed.
I mean, yes.
It is greed. It is greed. Because I remember back in the day, you see like they should put offering. And just a little child will go with the offering, but you drop what you have. But nowadays it's a different thing. It's 10 different envelope. Come on. People go there to hear the word of God, kindness and everything, but it become a money thing.
Yeah.
No, and that's what put me off. It put me off nowadays, because I was one of the person that loved church so much. But so that is one of the reasons it put me off. And all the church, and somebody will say to you like, "Oh, um, Diane, try this one." Kind of, some people try to encourage. Maybe that one was no, but all of them to me that I try is the same. They're not like what I used to when I was young.
It's still the same mentality. You see that
it's a money
mentality,
making thing.
mentality of money commercialized in church. Why it came to Africa, I told you earlier, the reason it came, it has nothing to do with saving a black soul. Nobody, I mean, they never taught a black man as human being. So why would they save your soul if you were less than they love the dog more than you? So, but there is money to be collected. And it's the same money that is still prevailing in the church. That's why a church is set up. It's because of the money. Without it, the whole church would die. If you remove the money aspect.
But what I'm saying, people that go to church and realize that in their church, and realize that that is what's happening. No, but they still carry on going.
You
know what I mean? And then
it's humanity. Humanity is sentimental. Humanity is scared. You don't need to be scared of God. God is loving. You understand? You need to talk to Him directly. You don't. If they've sold it that if they sell it to you that if you, like they say, sow some seed and what I mean, the betraying part of it, you can work it out when this. If your seed, the more your seed, for instance, if you sow the seed of £10, somebody who sows a seed of £1,000 will receive blessings more than you. And that is where they sell it in the church. And that is wrong. That is absolutely wrong. But if sowing seed and challenging God, you challenge him with big money, with big something, then he will do something big for you. That is commerce. That is not church, is it?
No.
So yeah, let us leave it there, man.
Okay.
Guys, we'll catch up with you guys, and we'll back in full now.
Yeah, we're back
So,
again. And remember, please, anything
yeah.
you want us to discuss, just post it up. And remember, please, share, subscribe.
Thank you, guys.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye.